Okay, mic should be. Oh, shoot. Forgot. Somehow I knocked my headphones on the floor. Okay. And I don't know why it's. Something's weird. Something's going on weird here. Okay, that that works fine. I don't have to cut my audio because I'm not listening to my audio right now. And let's go back here. Let me refresh so that part of my appearance, you know, I need to cut my hair, and I need to shave, all that good stuff. But that's just what happens sometimes. Let's see. Anybody in here? Anybody in here? Good? No? Okay, good. Here, let's do a welcome in the chat. Anyone and everyone. And all good. Yeah, you missed the link. Oh, that's alright. Okay, anywho. Alright. Let's see. I am doing things a little bit differently this time. I'm gonna be starting at I'm gonna be actually starting at 10 till to accommodate some 5-minute breaks. Okay, so I decided I wanted to maybe change up a few things. Okay, so the one thing that I know that is that me working on the story part and actually coming up with stuff is still kind of boring. Um, I'm not, even though I mentioned before that I was thinking of doing some of it offline. I haven't decided whether I'll do that or not yet. So for the time being, I'm still going to do everything on stream. But what I decided that I wanted to do, and I kind of wanted to do this before. I almost started doing it once or twice, and and hopefully it'll be a little bit more successful. So I'm gonna limit this to now. It'll be like three. What is it? 3:35. So I'll be. Pardon me. Eyes bugging me right now for some reason. Um. So I was thinking. All right. Sorry. Just itching or whatever now. And my eyes gonna be all red and crap. Anywho, I was thinking, to keep it more interesting instead of being so boring all the time, I need to maybe do like several different things in the stream, so that each one thing doesn't get too boring. So like, you don't have me like spending all my time on a particular thing, like the layout tool. Although a lot of devs, and that's mostly who is watching my streams, are devs, but they like the coding parts. But I figured that a whole three to 3.5 hour stream might get boring if it's just on one thing, and I still have lots of different things to do in regards to the game. Um, Not right now per se, because right now I'm not actually putting in. Sorry. I'm not putting in graphics or sound or anything like that. And in fact, it's not even like a full on text adventure. It's not even like a regular choose your own adventure, because a regular choose your own adventure has several endings, and some can be bad, some can be good, some can be neutral. It depends on the writer and what they do, and they develop it a certain way. I'm providing a narrative, and then I'm making it interactive to make it easier for me to create the other part of the game later. For instance, puzzles, right? Now, I could probably come up with puzzles, and I've come up with a few already in the past as it applies to certain parts of the game. So I don't think I'll have a real problem coming up with puzzles, but this will kind of prime it a little bit, so to speak. So each of the places that are kind of interactive, like finding Chester's friends or just certain things that are interactive. Well, the good one is upcoming is a puzzle that I already planned like way back, which was how you get into night school, and there's actually two ways to get into night school. Which is sorry, man, I'm just gonna stop bugging me. Dang. Anyways, oh, hold on a second, Bomb, you're private messaging me about my messages about the stream and game dev. Please ignore those. They're all idiots. Yeah. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Sorry, Bomb. Yeah. Talking on stream because I somehow sometimes I end up reading stuff on the stream. Apologies. I should have left that in a private message. Anyways, doesn't matter. There's probably not many people watching it anyways that are in there. So, um, just a second. Um, by the way, Bomb, I'm answering you in in chat. So, okay. Anyways, any. Okay. Where are we? Where am I at? Where am I at? All right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. Okay. So back to my story. Um. So I'm figuring that I'll divide the stream into four sections, groups, whatever. Um, where I'll do a different aspect, right? Because there's lots of different things I can do on the game, right? For one thing, is the writing, coming up with stuff, and then the other is mapping. Mapping is not so important here. It's kind of important so that I know what connects to what and where things are where, but it's not as important as it is in a full fledged adventure game. So I'll be doing mapping. The layout tool to me is still important. It's just I wanted to get some of the other part done before I actually got back to the layout tool part. Um, what else? Um, oh yeah, I actually have to fix to make it useful. I have to actually fix the the layout tools like saving stuff or whatever. It doesn't save in whatever for some weird reason, even though the code is exactly the same. But anyways, I decided I'll stop doing this. I swear. Just give me a sec. Sorry. Okay. Anywho, what else we got here? Yeah, Mom. I know you want code. I know a lot of you guys like code, and I'll be doing a coding deal. In fact, I'm gonna be working on the layout tool a little bit. So I still haven't got like four different subjects exactly that I'm gonna work on. I know I'm gonna work on adding more pages, right? The decision trees basically. and then I'm going to work on the layout tool, which is coding. And then I decided the third thing I was going to do was mapping, because I need to start mapping stuff, because I need to kind of know where things are in relationship to each other. So we're going to do some mapping. I'm going to do some essentially sketching, or maybe what I'll do is today is I'll look and see if there's some fairly easy tools for mapping, like open world areas or something, and see if I can do something like that. There was a couple that I had seen that I was thinking about for layout in the first place, but the actual mapping part. And then the fourth thing, you know what I just did? I spilled some water on myself for some weird, stupid reason. Being clumsy. Okay. Anyways, so I guess, and there's not really like a fourth thing, right? Because this is just a narrative, and this is all there is. But I figured, um, that I'd also start a little bit in with the art. Now, fair warning, I'm not an artist. I'm okay at copying cartoon characters, comic strip characters, whatever. I'm good at copying in general. Not great, but I'm okay at copying in general. So, I used to do drawing when I was younger. Took classes in school, but it's mostly like cartoon characters and stuff. And so, since then, I haven't really done any training for that. What do I look like here? My eyes starting to look weird now. Yeah, it's starting to look a little. Well, I mean, what I can see, I can't see it without like looking. Like I could here. I have the webcam. I guess it doesn't look that bad. And I'm gonna shrink the webcam down back to the desktop here in a few minutes. Um, Maybe vibe coding. Yeah, I'm guessing vibe coding is AI based coding, and I'm not really sure if it's just a term that they came up with, because half the stuff that I made with the editor and stuff already is was done with Grok. What I'd usually do is I'd say I want to do this kind of thing, and then have it would make the functions, and I'd put them in, and maybe I'd modify them or whatever. Sometimes I'd start myself, and when I came to an error, I'd have it fix it and stuff. So I was kind of already doing that a little bit. Anywho, so the fourth thing that I said was drawing. Now, right now I'm actually eating into my time. That would be for the first thing. My first thing would probably be working on the games, the pages themselves, in upcoming days. But today, and the drawing part would probably be the last. But today, after I'm done talking, I'll use the remainder of that time to do a little art, little drawing, sketching, whatever. And of course, it's not going to be entirely unstructured sketching. I'm going to maybe make some thumbnails of some like castles or something. And now, okay, so here's where they're wearing it. It's not just the fact that I'm not that great of an artist, but it's the fact that I'm a lot worse now on tablet, because it's been ages since I actually actively used my tablet, and so I can't even hardly hold a line or do a thing there. I actually have to do a lot of practice, but I'm not going to do any practice here on a stream. I'm going to be working toward the game, so maybe I'm thinking today. Maybe I'll do some sketching of castles. Maybe what I'll do is I'll pull some castle images from the web, and then just copy it basically, just so I can kind of get a feel, get into the groove, so you can kind of see, um, one of the locations. It's actually several locations, but one of the locations, actual locations, is the administration castle. Now, the reason I call it the administration castle is because it is it's a real Magic Kingdom. you know, and it's governed by a king, and there's a castle. If there's a castle in the clouds, or castle in the air, whatever you want to call it, castle in the clouds, and that's where the king rules from. But that's also where they do all of the running of the park, of the resort, I should say. It's not a theme park in the sense of it being an actual theme park, but it's a resort, right? So they run the resort from the castle as well. So there's always dual duty. In fact, part of my, I guess you call it lore or whatever, is that people that work in the castle as regular castle workers, for instance, the maids and the cooks and you know whatever a castle a king needs and stuff, you know, they always have double jobs. So they have double jobs working in the resort and also working in the castle regular. So like one of the characters in there, it'll be a non-player character, is a maid, a chambermaid, but she also works in the research, the planning department, and that's where she actually comes upon the documents to the Omnigate, which is the big machine. And don't worry about the spoilers. I'll warn you about the spoilers. That there's nothing but spoilers. I'm showing all the behind the scenes stuff. That, I mean, that's, you know, I I I think it's, I don't know. I think it's dumb to kind of hold back. Unless you're doing like a marketing deal and you're doing it as a way to get somebody to play the game. So you give them a little bit of a tidbit behind the scenes, and it gets them to where they want to play the game more. But this is not what this is about. This is about showing you all the behind the scenes, how I approach doing this game, and not that it's the right way or a proper way, or I'm not a professional. So it's not like I'm trying to tell you that this is the way you do stuff. I'm showing you the way that I do it, because most of the stuff that I do is pretty much brute forcing. You know, I come to a problem, I go, what do I do? Okay, I'll just do this and this and this, and then just, you know, it'll see if it works, right? That's pretty much how I do my coding too. That's why I'm not a very good coder, because I pretty much brute force everything, and it's often clunky. Sometimes it's error prone. You know, I'm not a great coder, anyways. Doesn't have anything to do with anything. So, okay, so I decided I would start doing this deal this week, where I do the four-parter deals. Okay, now let me actually pull up my little schedule, because I actually created a schedule for myself, where I'd start quote unquote work at 11:50 my time. Right now it's 12:10. It's just afternoon, Eastern U.S. time. Probably Eastern Canada time. I don't know. Maybe Nova Scotia and those island provinces over on the east coast of Upper Canada. Maybe they have an even different time zone. I don't know. I imagine it's still Eastern. It's still Eastern though. But anyways, so okay, so like so instead of okay, so here's the other thing. The other thing is it's going to be 3.5 total hours, but it's going to be only 3 hours of actual work. You know, I mean, I could go back to what I was doing, the 3.5 hours, but I wanted to do these four things in like equal parts, equal time, I guess. Equal length of time. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but so that would be like 45 minutes a piece. That's 3 hours, and then I need 5 minute. I'm gonna do like a 5 minute little break in between, um, before my actual 30-minute break, and then I'm gonna do little 5 minute break in between the second half, the second 90 minutes. And so it'll be about 3 hours of work. It'll be still about 3.5 hours on stream, or on, you know, on the stream basically. So I'm working from 11:50 to 12:35 as my first daily, and then I take a little 5 minute break. And basically I just get up, stretch my legs. I'll probably put it on one of the be right back scenes or whatever. I may or may not mute the mic. It's not my big break. It's just a thing that I can do to just kind of do a little context switching in my head, because if I'm going to be doing different aspects, I I can, I can give my mind a little bit of a rest. So even though it's actually more break time, you might say, than anything, um, I'm gonna do it this way. So then, what I would usually do is I come in here at 11. I'd be ready at 11:30. You know how I'm never hardly ever on time, but that was the thing. And then occasionally when I was late, or something happened the night before, I had to start late because I was doing dinner or something. Um, then I would come in at 11:30 and start at 12. Well, this time I'm starting at 10 till to allow for those extra 5 minutes of break, of little break. Anyways, so then I still take my big break at 1:30. I still have written in my you know what? Let's just go to desktop now. I don't really need to be on my face this long here. So let's do that. Let's go to desktop here. Okay, there we go. And I'll go ahead and just bring the little schedule that I made. It's just a little schedule. Yeah, yeah. Um, what they said was, at least as regards to like school children. I'm not school children. In fact, I'm gonna be a certain age next month that I'm not gonna say here, but um, but even in for like school children, a max of 40 to 45 minutes, and so 45 minutes kind of works neatly for what I want to do. Um, if I did 40 minutes, then obviously it would be even doing less time. Um, let's see, what would 5 times? Okay, so that's 200 minutes, right? 5 times 40 is 200 minutes. What's 200 minutes? I could almost do it that way. It would mean longer though, and I think I'm gonna stick to this anyways. I'm not gonna do five 40 minuters. I'm gonna do four 45 minuters, and then I'll be quote unquote off at the same time, and again I'll be on stream a little bit later. Anywho, so this is the way I have it broken down. So I prepare at 11:30. I get working at 11:50. At 12:35, I take my little 5 minute off. Then at 12:40, I do some more quote unquote work. Okay, which got about 20 minutes here. And I wasn't planning on doing that much here on this first one. In fact, like I said, the drawing part is going to be like at the end um, here upcoming. So okay, and so I have 5 minutes worked into just before the break, and what that means is it's kind of like when you're in school and you have different periods, and they give you 5 minutes to go between classes. That's sort of what I'm doing here, so to speak. So 5 minutes. I'll finish up my. I'll finish up that 45 minutes in that 5 minutes, and then I'll go on my quote unquote break. So it might be just before 1:30. So I'll have all my whole 30 minutes in there in the living room. Usually, me and Dad watch something or a couple of things off of YouTube while I'm breaking and drink some coffee. and and then when I come back, of course, I worked at 2:45. Then I have a 5 minute, and then 2:50 to 3:35, and that's when I quit. And it's about the same time quitting 3:30. Of course, usually I end up going, sometimes even going to 4, because I guess I don't know how to tell time or something. But so that's gonna be my day, okay? And then there's another change that I'm probably going to do, and that is, um, I was thinking about Okay, so originally I was thinking about taking a week off after I got this first phase done, in between phases, and that's probably still a good idea. And then I was thinking for a second, I just have my 150th live stream, Devstream, and uh, to get to 200, that is about a month and a half. A month and a half, something in that range. Actually, yes, 20. Yeah, it's about a month and a half, and I didn't want to do a month and a half because um, I may be doing something for my birthday, and well, this has nothing to do with my birthday. Never mind. But what I was thinking is okay, I just had my 150th, and that would have been a good time to break, but I'm in like a midweek. In other words, um, what I'm doing is I'm doing 10 days, 2 weeks of work before I make an update. So the later updates after update number 36, I believe 36. I think it's 36. Um, yeah, 24 and 12. It's 36. So after 36, they'll be every 2 weeks, and that's what I'm on right now. I'm actually on the every 2 week thing. In fact, I'm on number 41. What would be uh, update 41 when I actually post it. Okay, so I was going. Okay, I'm midweek. I just finished the 150th. So and I was going. Ideally, it would be this week. Would be the week that I should take off. But then I decided, you know what? Um, um, I'm in the middle of the week, in middle of the update week. In other words, if I go the next week, then before I take any kind of a break, um, it'll be on the break. In other words, it won't be in the middle of a 2 week run. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do this week like normal, with this new format, and then my dad has a appointment on Monday, and so I don't know if I'll even be able to live stream then anyways. So I'm thinking maybe that's probably the better week to actually take off. And part of the reason I want to take off is actually want my updates to catch up to my lives basically. I'm still gonna be like a couple of weeks out on purpose so that just in case I miss an update, um, it's not going to hurt too much to catch back up. But at the same time, uh, what was I saying? Anyways, I'm gonna take the on my break. I'm gonna do things like there's house cleaning stuff, there's yard stuff to do, and actually there's a whole bunch of stuff to do that I kind of neglected while starting this whole live streaming thing. Even though occasionally I do on the weekends or in the mornings, I'll do something, but there's some stuff that I need to get done, and so I figure it'd be good if I take the week off next week. So next week I won't be streaming. I'll still be uploading my updates, but I won't be streaming next week, and then it'll give time the updates to catch up to my live streaming for one thing, and then the other thing I'll be able to get some of this cleaning done. I suppose you could play open music and show animations of the game you're working on if you're up good. That is. Uh, what do you display on um what do you display on the live stream? Oh, I just have I just have a scene that says on break back in 30 minutes. So I don't actually um like run anything. Yeah, you're right. I should probably do something like that. At least at the very least I could run some. I could run some of my maybe some of my updates. I got it in a playlist. I could just play it and have it on in the background. Um, I might would do that. Or just some of my previous live streams. I could just kind of run them I could run them at 2 times speed or something. I don't know. It kind of depends. Yeah. I don't have any music or animations or drawing or backgrounds or anything just yet because this is all text right now. It will eventually have that in there, but that's kind of what I was saying when I was saying that I'm gonna start doing some little bit of concepting, thumbnailing, that sort of thing, so that it's something more interesting to look at than just me trying to think up decisions for characters to make or whatever. Anyways, um, so yeah, I'm assuming. Well, I don't know if Bentoman, if you're actually watching the stream or if you're just going off of what Bomb and me is talks about, or he's doing most of the talking. I'm not doing a lot of the talking. I'm just doing it on my stream here. But I'll assume that you are. But here, I'll just ask you in chat here. Shoot. Kahan. Sorry, Kahan. I didn't have the chat up, so I didn't see you there for a second. Did you create a throne room with a blender in one of your previous streams? Remember? Yeah, that's an old video from like 2019. Here, I don't know. I have this weird thing about chatting. Talking to the camera. I don't have a problem talking to the camera, but talking to the camera, but then also having a text. I'm kind of going, should I type something and answer in text, even though you're probably watching the stream and stuff? Whoa. Whoops. That was an accident. Oops. Um, yes, I did have a room I was making like 2019, I think. Okay, this is just in case. Okay. All right. Good. Anyways, okay, so yeah. Yes, I did have. I could run a couple of my old streams too during the break. Or they're not streams. What they were was they're recordings that I kind of acted like were live streams. I kind of did it in real time. Really what I did is I started recording, like practicing or doing a tutorial or something, and then I instead of editing, I'd go in there and I'd actually literally run it in VLC. Fast forward it in some cases or whatever sometimes, and talk over it or whatever. It was, I don't know. It was a dumb, terrible mistake, but yeah, I've got several videos. I was making a throne room back then. I could look at that again. I still have the files somewhere. I don't know if I'll even use it, but I also had some sketches for some of the characters I was starting to work on. Um, so yeah, I mean, I could use those. Well, I could actually use those and actually run those during my break so that there's actually something to watch while I'm actually on my break. So I'll think about that. Okay, so like I said, I planned this whole 45 minutes here. I just planned for the talking and stuff, so I'm not even probably even gonna get to a little bit of the sketching. Maybe I'll just do that in just a second. I have about 10 minutes before my little 5-minute break. In any case, actually about to go eat food. To be fair about it, that's okay. That's okay. But thanks for weighing in. So Bentoman says he's about ready to go get some food, which is fine. I mean, obviously you don't have to stay here the whole time or whatever, and especially if I'm being boring right now. Less talking tomorrow, obviously, and less talking here in about 15 minutes or so. Okay, so anyways, that's what I was saying I was going to do. So I'm going to take a week-long break starting next week so I can get some some stuff here at home done, and then the week after that, I'll here. Let me see that. Um, so we have okay. So we have Monday the 28th through Friday the 1st, or you could say Sunday to Saturday 27th through August 2nd. Okay, so that will be I take that off. Okay, so let's go to August, and then I'd be back on. I do another 2 weeks, and oh, my dad must be talking to my brother because I think he was wishing him a good day, having a good day. But in any case, okay, so we have the weeks of we have the 4th through the 8th. I don't know how to do the week Sunday through Saturday. The week of the 3rd and the week of the 10th would be 2 weeks that my next 2 weeks I'd be working on. And my birthday is on the 23rd, which is a Saturday. So I'll be doing some stuff on my birthday. So I might be taking that week off too. Um, and then hopefully be coming back Monday the 25th to get back to normal. So I'll be taking two breaks intermittently that corresponds to my birthday, and then of course this thing upcoming. Anyways, that's basically it, and then I'll be back doing everything normal after that for a while. I won't be taking any more like long breaks like that for a little while. Um, anyway, so that's where I stand here. That's about it. And what's the 12:35? I got 5 minutes. Okay, so I don't know if 5 minutes of nothing is. You know what? You you know what I think I'll do? I think I will download the newest version of Blender. Let's see something here. Blender.org. I think I can do the Linux version directly from here, and I'll install it. I have this here. This is 4.4. I don't have to redo the stupid link thing here, which is to me is kind of a pain in the butt because you have to mess with the stupid desktop file and all this stuff, and it's kind of annoying to me. But because I'm using Linux right now, let's see. Let's go ahead and download. And because I'm using grease pencil for drawing, maybe I won't get into drawing today, but hey, at least I'll get this down. Download Blender here. So let's see what we got here. You know, I've been working on 4.4 for a while, and Blender has been enhanced here. I don't remember. This is this type of file. I guess I'll uncompress it and then. Anyways, we'll save it. And I'll see. I don't remember how to install it on here. I'm still fairly new to Linux in general. Like I tried it years ago, and then I didn't care for it too much. And then since Windows 10 was coming up to end of life, I decided to make the plunge. And I downloaded LMDE, which is Linux Mint Debian Edition, for stupid reasons because I was stupid and don't know what I'm doing. But it works and stuff. But I still have to get used to the get used to it, you know. Anywho, so yeah, that's where I am. That's where we're at. File manager will extract that. Yeah. Okay. It looks like it's done. No, it's not done. Now it's done. Okay. Just click on it. And we're gonna read it, and then I'm hopefully gonna put it where I have my other versions of Blender. I have 4.3 back there. Now I have 4.4, and I don't know if I'll just go ahead and okay. Let's go in here. Okay. Good. Okay, so let's take this and we're gonna extract to dev stuff. We're where's desktop? There we go. And we're gonna go into Blender, and we're gonna go ahead and extract, and then it's gonna rename the folder to Blender 4.5. Make sure it's executable, I think, and then I'll take a look at it. Show the files. Okay. And let's just let's see. Should I just click it? I don't think I need to set it to executable, right? Let's see something here. Permissions. Okay. It's already set. All right. I'll just run it just to see what's going on here. 4.5. Look at that. Import 4.4 references. Sure. Preferences. Sure. It looks pretty much like it did, which is fine. Let's go right here. I'm gonna just close it for this quick second. I just want to here rename, and I'm just gonna pull this back just so it's 4.5, just to make it easier on me. And then, like I said, I'll have to modify. Oh, I don't even remember what I did to this is just on the panel. Let's see, graphics, I guess, Blender 4.4. And I don't remember how I got it running, but that's okay. I'll do it directly, and I'll do all this other stuff offline. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Okay, so I got to look at it, and that's all I'm doing for this segment. So let's see about me taking this first 5-minute break. Sorry about that. This here infinite tunnel thing. Now normally what I do, let's see, let me check this out. Mic is still on, right? Yeah. I had to be right back. Should I say something like 5 minutes or something? That's really my 5-minute break here. Do you have the desktop file onto your shared directory or something? Yes. Or something, exactly. I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I have this set up. I'll probably do the same thing again. I'll probably like ask Rock or something stupid like that, or Brave search Leo or something. Let's see here. Now 35. Okay, so when I'm coming back, it'll be 12:40, right? I'll be starting at 12:40. Okay, so let me change this a little bit. Sources, I think. Sources? Okay. Thinking text. Let's edit that. Can I do this? About 5 minutes. Actually, I'd like to center it, but I don't know how to do that on here. It doesn't really... OBS doesn't really have that much. At least, I'm using OBS like 29 because it's the stable version for my version of Linux. And I'd have to do all this rigmarole to upgrade the graphics drivers before I can start doing any of the newer versions of OBS. So this works right now. I'll just leave it until something comes up. Be right back. About 5 minutes. Let's see. Is there a way to center this? Should be a way to center this. Okay. All right. You know what I'll do? Boom, boom. How about that? How about them apples? Be right back. About 5 minutes. And it should be down there. And actually the color should be different too, because that red kind of clashes with that. Come on, where's the stupid... Oh, select color, that's why. Should let you double click it, but it doesn't, so... So bear with me. I'm not supposed to be working until 12:40. I'm gonna okay, let's do this. Let's put it into the purple a little bit, like that. Let's make it a little bit darker. Okay. And let's do this same. Let's do this. Or select. Keep forgetting. I keep thinking I can double click, and so we're gonna do the same thing here. And we're gonna actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this down here, so it's something like that. Just there we go. I like that. I think. Well, you can't really. I don't know. I guess the background is a little too saturated or something. Media source 2 is that. Filters. Color correction, there we go. Let's make it a little bit more, a little less opaque, a little bit more transparent. Would that be better? And brightness. How would that work? I guess that'll be all right. Shoot, I'm almost used up all my break time here. My secondary break time. We do have outline, drop shadow. Huh. It's too bad it doesn't have like more stuff to do that with. Okay. Alright, that's alright. This is how here. Do that. Well, we'll do that. Here. Okay. And there we go. That'll be fine. That'll work. And it's about time for me to come back from my break, you know? Huh. Here. I'm gonna do one thing real quick. I'm gonna do a squat. Like, one squat. You can't see me, that's okay. Because... This is just so I can, you know, say I stretched my legs here. Because that's what these little 5-minute breaks are for. Drag the desktop file onto your share, precise local share application. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Bomb. I'll do that probably later. Okay, so now as the official. Okay, so I guess I'll get back to desktop here. Let's move this out of the way, which is going to be moved out of the way normally, anyways. And. So what am I going? Well, I'll pull Grok up. I don't know if I'll use Grok today, but I'll pull it up anyways. And let's see something here. Man, I'm exploding. Stretching noses, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be pulling up Redot is what I'm supposed to be doing. So we're going to be pulling up Redot. Now, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be starting with this tomorrow. So I have to figure out where I am right now. We're going to start with night school entrance because I'm not sure if I was completely done with that. Oh yeah, and actually, this seems like a lot of text here to me for this, because the most of them have like two or three sentences, and this is like has a bunch of sentences because this is kind of what happens here. So, and I didn't want to split it up because there doesn't seem to be a any sort of way to split it up or to simplify it or whatever. Hubert sends John to night school, then instructs him to head to Princess Prep afterwards to find out anything he can about the current situation. John eventually approaches the front entrance of the night school. There are multiple knights walking in and out wearing badges. There are two guards at the front gate with a closed sign on it. The guards appear to be arguing as you approach the gate. A knight sort of stumbles out, but apparently having stumbles about, apparently having had too much to drink. Hit 1 if you wish to approach the guards to find a way in. Hit 2 if you wish to find some other way in, maybe with the help of the drunken knight. Okay, so this is a perfect dilly about a setup for a puzzle. Now, I had already thought of the puzzle before, so a long time ago, and that was in my notes. So basically, okay, I'm gonna give you spoilers. So I don't know, turn the sound down if you don't want to hear spoilers. There's tons of spoilers in this, so you can't really avoid it if you're gonna watch this. Anyways, so the first way to get past is to get past the guards, and the way you get past the guards is basically what happens is they're arguing. You hear them arguing. You see their armor, and the armor tends to shudder a little bit, and kind of like it's in place, you know. Except they're able to move their weapons to make sure that nobody passes. So you know, a little suspension of disbelief because they won't be. Once you see what they really are, you won't be able to. It's not realistic that they'd be able to like lift the. I guess it'll be what's that, halberd? It's that big pole with the axe end on it, but it's like not like a regular axe. It's like a long, I don't know, something of that nature. Some sort of thing with a long pole that stops anybody from entering the gate. Anywho, so you hear them arguing. You see it shudder, and there's a couple things floating around. Like one talks about eating chocolate, and then they almost spill the beans about what's going on, and you hear every once in a while you hear a curious squawk, and you don't know what it's about, and then you approach them, and then you have this conversation with them. I have that conversation written out. I'm not sure if I want to do that in the choose your own adventure part here. Maybe the discussion itself, or maybe what I'll do is I'll put it in the thing because I'm not doing a narrative thing just yet. So unless I'm doing an actual like a puzzle type of thing, like a dialogue puzzle, I had it written up as dialogue, but they're just a series of questions, so that it's not like there's any interaction going on with that. You know, until I have a proper dialogue system. In some cases, you might not have a dialogue. It might be just like I did have some things where you ask Hubert some stuff, and you have three different things you ask him, and you get each one of those answered, and each one of those asked, and it's not really a puzzle or anything. It's just a thing. So I might just let this be a straight up dialogue that you read. Okay. Anyways, so they're chatting, and you get this idea that for one thing, they're not really knights. They're not really people, maybe. And then the other thing is they talk about chocolate a lot. Okay, and so the idea is you're supposed to get the hint. Now, you have this your favorite candy bar, the Beniwaki bar, in your pocket that you carried with you from our realm into Enchanted Lands, and when they mention chocolate, maybe you get the hint that you can use chocolate on them. So you use the chocolate bar on them, and of course they snatch it up and eat it, or at least one of them does, and then eventually he shakes off his armor, and it reveals a parrot sitting on a perch, and um, Now, I'm not really sure if I'm going to do this or not, but I'm thinking that you do one and you have to go and give the same to the other, or else you still can't get by. But now you know what to do. So you give the other one the dilly. He shakes his armor off, and then he's also a parrot on a perch. So there are a couple of parrots on perches that had armor wrapped around them, in armor to act as guards. And the only thing they could do is move these giant poles or these giant things that stop people from passing, which you have no clue of how they're able to lift those up when they're just birds or whatever. Anyways, it's just it's a funny thing that it's supposed meant to be funny. I don't know if it'll be like too obtuse and people are going like, huh? Or whatever. But I'll see that as time goes on, as people play it or read it or experience it or whatever. Maybe they'll tell me that it's weird and that they didn't have a clue here. But okay, so that's one way. The one way to get in is to get them to shake all their armor off, and that you do that by giving them each chocolate. So you give them chocolate, and you're able to go through. The other way is to grab a. Okay, so um, let me pull up. Also, actually, let me look at my little schedule here. So I'm going to be working until 12:40. That's what I always do. 1:25, right? 1:25. Okay. I just have to make sure that I'm on track. Anyways, recent. Okay, I have two copies of this in another one, other location. Um, it's not reflective of this. It has less pages here, like 238 pages. Just the different junk that I kept adding to my notes and stuff. So, um, okay, so let's see here. Let's see if I got the word drunk in here. And empty wine glasses. Oh, that's not it though. Drunk. Okay, I guess let's look up drunk then. We have drunk night and a few drunk wizards. Okay. Sir drinks a lot. Okay. Sir drinks a lot, perpetually drunk. If you direct him to the back of the academy, you can get his armor. You may lure him with ale from the concession stand. Okay, so basically he'll already have a badge on him, I think. Um, let's see. How did I do this? Okay, so this is different. Okay, so I had to go back to my notes here. You should try vertical screen orientation. Uh, how come? I don't know how I can do vertical screen orientation in at least in OBS, anyways. Um, I don't know what that means. So I'm not doing this off my phone. This is off my computer, off my webcam. So I might could do an aspect ratio. I'm not sure. If I wouldn't need a plugin or something. Okay. You observe the guards. They start talking about like chocolate, precarious nature of their armor. Armor shudders a bit as it's hanging on loosely, remembering you saw the chocolate bar you offer one of the guards. Um, a piece of the visor lifts, a beak pops out and quickly snatches it. Then the eyes appear in the visor and look back and forth. And then as the guard starts munching on the chocolate, his armor starts to shake, and it looks like the armor is propped up on something. As you offer pieces of chocolate to the guards, they eventually shake the armor off to reveal two perches with parrots on them. John is then easily able to walk through them. Nice Academy set up a bunch of tents. Okay, so we have another guard. The opening piece won't let him in without a badge. So you can't go in any of the tents. You might could get past the guards. Okay, but you won't be able to. Let's see something here. What do I have on here? You wish to approach the guards to find a way in. You wish to find some other way in. Maybe with the help of the drunken knight. Oh, That's not the way I set it up in my original notes here, though. So that's sort of a monitor. Okay, let's look at that for a second. Yeah, I need a monitor that actually does that. I don't have a monitor that does that, and I don't have the money to buy the monitor to do that. But I see what you're saying. Um, Better content distribution for writing, coding, etc. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Yeah. Um, I've seen a deal where they have the regular monitor and then they have a vertical monitor on the side, which has all their um, other offline stuff. For the stream, OBS will just center the screen on a widescreen stream. Oh, yeah. I could set that up, but I can't. I don't have any money to actually buy a monitor to do that right now. Okay, so this is the way I have set up in my notes. So basically, you could get in through the guards through the gate, but once you're in, you can't go into any of the tents unless you have a badge. And Sir Drinks a Lot, which you can take his armor. He already has a badge, or you can make a badge from the souvenir stand. Choose the badge solution to enter the Knights Academy. The player will have to know some non-script. Let's see, Knights Academy notes. Not really sure. Here, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, this is okay. Two armored guards apparently arguing. John tries to walk through. The guards will lower their weapons, not allow him to pass. If John talks to one, he talks about there's a closed sign nailed to the gate. Why can't I go in? Because it's closed. Is there a way in through us? We won't let you through. John gets red in the face with anger. I cannot see these people. The helmets. At least tell me who closed the school. We could, but we don't want to. You just observe the guards before and after the conversation. They start talking about how they like chocolate. Okay. Okay, so you can walk through them. Set up a bunch of tents. Biggest one having an enrollment sign on it. Another guard at the opening to the tent who appears to be a real person won't let him in without a badge. No badges to be had. You must find a souvenir stand and build a mock badge that matches one that everyone else is wearing. Then he can go into any tent he wants to. There happens to be a knight called Sir Drinks Alive, perpetually drunk. If you direct him to the back of the academy, you can get his armor. He may lure You may lure him with ale from the concession stand, but since you have no money, you have to tell them to put it on the knight's tab. Here are some of the statements the guards make. Okay. Okay, John chooses the badge solution. Enter the Knights Academy. The player will have to know some nondescript knight wearing a badge. Player speaks to the nondescript knight. He will learn about the badge. Okay. Knights Academy. Okay. Build badge. Okay. Just rotate the existing monitor like I do. Put a box behind it to keep it straight. That's kind. Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to. It's sitting on my table on my desk, and I don't know. Yeah, I might could do that. Um, I'll have to look into it, I guess. Let's see. Kids entrance. If you wish to, if you wish to go to night school. Uh, John talks to the guards and gains entrance to the school. And then up here, okay, so basically I didn't have anything written over there on that page. If you wish to approach the guards to find a way in, if you wish to find some other way in, maybe with the help of the drunken knight. Okay, okay, I'm sort of stuck. I'm not really stuck, but I'm kind of stuck here. Um, okay, so my original thought was that you talk to the guards to figure out how to get in, to get past them, to be able to get into the onto the grounds to start with, and then to be able to go into any tent, you still need a badge. So there's two ways to get a badge. One is you build one from the souvenir stands, and the other way is to um, take Sir Drinks a lot and basically conk him on the head. Since he's already drunk, he's just going to be out like a light for a while. And you grab his armor, which also has a badge on it, which means he can go in and pretend to be Sir Drinkslot as he goes in and out to whatever tents he wants. Okay, but I didn't do that here. What I did here was I said, um, I wonder why I did this ways. I guess it's because I didn't want it to be linear, maybe? I'm not sure. I mean, it doesn't have to be linear if he has a discussion with the guards, and I can make that a thing where he asks them stuff. But this is just mostly going to be, it's going to be a conversation. Oh. And, you know what I could do? I could, okay. We're not going to do this. Let's do something different here. Let's go into Night School Entrance 1. And once past the guards, you attempt to go into various tents. But each one is blocked by a real guard. State you can't can't enter unless. But wait. What was I doing? Oh. Okay. Night school. That's when you get past the guard. I have to think about this for a second. Maybe I should add a another. See, I had already added a room there before, but maybe I should add a new room there. Okay, let's go. Let's go ahead and add this, and we'll call this. Well, actually, that's not what I'll do. Let's remove that. Okay. Okay, so let's change this to 3. So this is going to be 3 now. Okay, we're going to save room data. Let me go check the open new tab. Give me a second. Oh, hey, helping hands. Sorry I didn't catch you on the chat because I've been trying to juggle being in between windows. It's kind of tricky to and especially when you're trying to focus in on something in particular. I'm doing good. How are you doing today? If you're still there, helping a hand. From Rumble this time, which is cool to see somebody from Rumble. Okay, what am I doing? I'm looking at rooms, and I am. Where is it at? Night school entrance. Wait a second. Why did it not remove? That's strange. Oh, 2 doesn't exist. No JSON file for, yeah, because I wasn't doing location. It's okay, weird. There shouldn't be a new location here either. Okay, there isn't new location. And that's weird why it did that. Because it's not supposed to. Something to do with me removing new. Let's see something here. Reload save scene. Why? Why does it have 3 deals here? I don't get what the deal is here. Something's going on weird. If I say room data again. Refresh. How do I refresh this thing page? Oh, screw it. Back in here. There shouldn't be a 2 in there. Oh, I see. I know what's going on. It's actually got a 2 in here. It's not supposed to be in here. That was supposed to be renamed, and somehow that did not work. Okay, let's just go ahead and remove this. Okay, and then save room data. Okay, 1 and 3. Now deleted properly. Yeah, it's still weird. That's good. There's still a weird thing with using like tool scripts and stuff because the way I'm doing this, the editor will save your scene file, and what I'm doing is I'm actually loading all these rooms from JSON files, and I'm loading them new, and I have this thing where it will delete your old. Well, actually, what it actually does is actually makes it makes the new one, and then it deletes the old one. It's supposed to, but because of what I did with adding a new room and then removing that new room at the same time without saving it in the first place, somehow it did not delete number two, and I had to actually manually delete it, which is fine because it means that I didn't lose anything. Not that it's a big deal, but it's kind of a deal here. So let's do the thing here though. If I switch this to two, what's going to happen is, here, we'll save that. I hit save room data. It's going to remove one, and now it's just going to should have two and three, which it does, which is fine. Reload save scene. Okay. Now what we do is, since we don't have a one per specifically, let's add a new room. Okay. Let's go ahead and copy. Go here. Let's go ahead and paste. And let's call this one, actually call it one. So, and let's give it, let's go here. Let's go to its doors. And do this one, copy. And go over here. Go to store specs. We'll add the store spec. We'll make it 2 though. And then we'll go ahead and paste this one, and we'll make it choice 2, and we'll make it 3. That. Then this, we'll just remove this. No, we won't remove this. We'll actually delete. Paste it. 1, night school 1, like so. We'll save the room data, like so. And then we'll check this out. Now we have 1, 2, and 3, which is fine. And this guy is got to go up here. And I'm going to have to see if I can squeak in a little bit of extra room in here. Okay, let's pull this guy down a little bit. So that way we can pull this one down a little bit. And this way we can pull this one down a little bit. And we can pull this one down that way. And we can pull these down here. And this one over here. And we can put this one guy up here like so. Little squish there a little bit, but be all right. And what we can do is we can go ahead and we're gonna save. We're gonna save it here. I'm gonna save the scene, but then I'm gonna save it here. Okay. And now everything's all hunky-dory. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get to the entrance and you won't be able to get through the gate until you bribe the guards. And then once you bribe the guards, now you're able to freely go in and out, but you still need a badge. And then to do that, you're going to have 2 options here to either do the helping the drunken knight or kill the guards. Yeah, right. Kill the guards, sure. R2 robot. Probably say book of the Chinese side. Okay, so let me look at my little. Oh, did I close that? That was dumb of me. Recent. Where is new schedule? Okay, so 125. That means I got approximately 12 minutes left. Let's see if I can get this done in 12 minutes because I'll be doing. I think the layout tool. I think the last thing I'll be doing is the actual mapping. In fact, I'll probably maybe I'll. Well, no, I'm gonna go search for a tool maybe for the map part. Okay. So night school entrance. Let's pull this text up. Guards appear to be arguing. Who appear to be arguing as you approach. Okay. We're going to delete that here. Okay. And then we're going to go here, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay. So let's see. Hit 1 if you wish to. I don't know. You're gonna knock out the drunken knight. If you want John to take the drunk knight's armor with badge. Hit 2 if let's see. Hit 2 if you want to find a way to construct a a fake badge. Fake badge. Okay. So you're gonna need to. Okay. You're gonna need to see these guys with badges coming in and out. Okay, so this is gonna be after you get in, right? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and save this as is, and then I'm gonna go back here to this, and we are going to let's change this a little bit. Hebert instructs John to investigate night school and princess, and afterwards the prep. Okay, we'll do that. Eventually approaches the front entrance to night school. Multiple knights walking in and out wearing badges. 2 guards, the front gate, close sign. Let me think for a sec. Okay, so let me think of the events here real quick. Hopefully I can make it by 125. I'm working against the clock here. And, okay, so the sequence of events, okay. He comes to the entrance. He sees, maybe he'll see the people going in and out with badges. I don't know how I'll hint the badges if I say they're all wearing badges, or I'm not sure what I'll do. Okay, he notices that they're wearing badges going in and out. He talks to the front guards who won't let him in until he figures out how to do it, how to bribe them to let him in. Maybe there's a way to bribe them. And so he settles on giving them each a piece of chocolate. They shake their armor off, and now they can't do anything, so you're free to go in and out. That's just the first part. Then, once you're inside, then you start to try to go examine the tents. However, there are guards on each posted on each of the tents that will not allow you to go in there. So you're gonna have to find out that you need a badge. Okay. Now they're gonna tell you that you need a badge, so that's gonna be pretty easy. You don't need a hint at that. Although people going in and out are wearing badges. Okay, so you talk. Okay, so you talk to the guards. You get in. You try to go into a tent. They won't let you in. Then you have to figure out how to get a badge. Okay. You as you question the guards, solution presents itself, and you give them chocolate, where they start shaking off all their armor. Eventually, it's revealed to be 2 parrots perches. And parrots on their perches, and you are free to enter and exit grounds. Okay. And I'm saying you because half the time I'm slipping into second person here because of the nature of a choose your own adventure. And I should say John, as John questions the guard, solution presents itself, and he gives them chocolate where they start shaking off their armor. Eventually, it's revealed 2 pairs on the perches, and John is free to enter and exit the grounds. Okay, then the next thing is, okay, attempting to into one of the tents, you're rebuffed, and they tell you need a badge to get in. Okay. Actually, that's not what it. Hit 1. Let's do this. Hit 1 to walk past the guards. And no hit 2s there. And then, right. Okay. That's the way we like it. That's how it works. Okay, let's save that room data. And shoot, it's almost time for me to do go and take off my big break here. Let's see something here. Night School 1. A knight sort of stumbles about, apparently having had too much to drink. Wait a second. What did I just do here? It wanted to walk past the guards. Okay. So now you're inside. Okay. Let's go back here. John attempts to enter the enrollment tent, but is told he needs to have a badge to enter into any of the tents. John also notices a number of souvenir stands with various items, including whatever I decide on a badge, including those on my badge. Yeah, one if you want to take the Drunken Knight's armor with badge, hit 2 if you want to find a way to construct a fake badge. Okay, that looks good. That's not this part though. This part is actually doing the badge and actually being able to go into any of the tents. So I guess this is the end of the layout thing for today. And also by sectioning these off into little like periods or little like little time periods, I can also I'll have to optimize my time to be able to actually finish the page. I haven't technically finished this page because I still have to get him into any of the tents. And once I do that, then we're on to actually the next page or the next location or thing or task or whatever. So there you go. And I will probably be back. Let's see here. I don't need to put my little be right back 5-minute deal. I just need to go directly to the break. Anyways, when I come back from the break, I'll be working on code. And I guess I'll have to set up something as far as something to play during the deal. You know, I could do the playlist of all my updates thus far. It would just restart each time because it's 30 minutes and they're anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. I try to keep them around 10 to 12 minutes, but it really kind of depends. And so might be able to get through several of them on a break. But I have to actually set up the whole thing to do that. Anyways, yeah. Hey, Rook. So, yeah. Break time back in 30. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the mic for that 30 minutes. Okay, give me a second. And what we'll do is make sure everything is saved. Make sure everything is saved there. I really need something that pops up that tells me when it saved my data. But in any case, uh, project. Let's quit to project list, and in fact, we can go ahead and close that because that's nothing there. We're gonna layout tool edition, and this is a different directory. So these have some different files. In fact, if you notice, there isn't that many files there because I don't have all of them open. Somewhere in the kingdom. Okay, so let's do the first thing. Let's add a room and see what happens. Add does not do anything for some weird reason. Why is that not working? Project settings. Let's check out plugins first. It is on. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it back on. Close. Let's go ahead and that doesn't work. Okay, let's go here. We'll guest line. Okay. We'll go ahead and see if we can save their data. So none of the buttons are actually working for some reason. Don't know why. Okay, so we're doing some scripting, and I don't know. It's going to take me a while to get back in here. For some reason, um, actually, I need to go. I don't know why that needs to be saved there, but um, let's go to layout tool. Let's go to layout tool. On add room button. This isn't even triggering, is it? Because if it was, it would be printing that. Nothing happens. Okay. Somehow it's not. Somehow it's disconnected or something. Rooms dictionary. Okay, let's go to the custom save. What we got here? Enter tree. Button created. Remove button. Edit. Connect buttons. Save room data button connection result. If editor has method on save button pressed. On add button pressed. Not add button is connected pressed. Callable. Um, result. Connect buttons on process. Let's do a thing here. Print processing. So that ways, that's working. That's fine. Figure that out. Ah, I know what the problem is. Editor map. It's not editor map anymore. It is layout tool. Editor map. Okay. Okay, so let's search. Find in files. Editor. Custom save. Okay, let's close custom save because I know that that's in there. I wonder why room would have editor map. Because a room, it wouldn't have that anymore, I don't think. The other room shouldn't have that either. Room.editor map equals so. Wait a second here. Room to editor map. We're gonna do that because we probably don't need it. Layout room, on the other hand, let's call this layout tool. Tool. Okay. Okay, that's that. And And that's room, the editor map. Room is layout room. Okay. Layout room. Oh, okay. So let's go back here. And this is what we want to do, is we want to do layout tool itself. Layout. Because this is a layout room. This is not a regular room. Okay. Now let's go to custom save here. And find your map. And actually, let's go ahead and I think it's Control R to replace. And let's call it layout tool. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize I was still on the hold for a moment, please. That's okay. I'm already working, so hopefully somebody has seen it. Anyways, okay. All right. Um. Okay. And Rook, this is assuming you still have me on here. I decided to do a change. I decided to go by the schedule where I'm doing 45-minute increment time periods with a little 5-minute break in between, and then of course my regular 30-minute break. The 5-minute to stretch my legs and whatever. And I'm breaking it up into 4 different things. So the first one being the actual game, the actual pages where I make decisions and stuff, like puzzles and whatever. Then the second one is this one is the layout tool thing, is the programming part. Then the third one's going to be mapping, and the fourth one eventually is going to be like some sketching and drawing. I'm going to do some like preliminary concepting, where just so it has something more, a little more interesting to watch. So it's not all just one thing and kind of boring. So yeah. So and today I just took up one period to actually explain what I was going to do. In fact, I'm going to take a week-long break after this week, starting next week, to so I can do some cleaning. Dad has an appointment, and I'm doing some stuff around the house. You know, spend my time actually getting things kind of ship shape, and then kind of back to normal, and then I'll do another 2-week stint, and then at the end of that 2 weeks will be my birthday weekend. The 23rd is on Saturday. August 23rd is on a Saturday, and when I come back after that, uh, that Monday after, then I'll be doing this like normal. But I'm still gonna do this little time period thing. Layout tool. Okay, so let's go ahead and replace. Okay. Next. Place. Place. Okay. Save. Let's do a refresh. Rematches. And the only one that has it is I don't know why, but Room had well, I know why it had it. Room had a link to the editor map, the main editor map, when you added a page. But since I'm doing this a little bit differently, Room now is just a room, like a game room, and Layout Room actually will contain an instance of the room class. So now, if I'm right now, oh yeah, so my schedule here. I started at 2. I worked at 2:45. I take a 5-minute break, and then I do my last 45 minutes at 2:50. And today it's just going to be oh yeah. So the 4 things I've identified here is I'm going to do the game part, the actual story part with the pages and stuff. That's going to take a long time, so it's going to be a regular fixture until I get through all those pages, which is a ton. It's going to take a long time, but I figure it's better if I do this way in pieces. And then when I get done with the layout tool and it's working right, then and I'm done with the map, I'll have to reconsider what different periods I'll be doing for what periods. But in any case, so first is the game itself. The second is coding, and it could be coding the game, or right now it's the layout tool is the only coding I'm actually doing right now. So the layout tool. Then is mapping. I'll be making a map for Enchanted Lands, maybe a couple of maps. Maybe it's like I'll probably have a separate map for the administration castle since it's in the clouds, and then a separate map for on the ground. I might even have a map for locations in our realm, like Las Vegas and John's home. So I'll have a few things in that. So the map, and then finally is I'll be doing a little concepting, a little thumbnailing, um, as far as artwork goes. And I'll be getting kind of used to my drawing tablet, used to the grease pencil in 4.5. I just downloaded Blender 4.5, and we'll see how that works out. Okay, so I got till 2:45 to continue to work. Okay, so now what should happen is I should be able to save it. So this is Caves of Dragon Mount 0.4. But did anything happen? No, I guess I gotta reload save scene. Let's click this. Let's type in test line and see if I can save it. Save room data. Reload save scene. It's still not working. Why is it not working? Something is not working. I won't need the actual plug-in thing like this thing up here, but I'll need the save thing, and I'll need I want to figure out why the why this isn't working. Why is it still not working? Okay. If current layout tool does not equal layout tool, layout tool equals current layout tool. Editor map. Layout tool. Updated to layout tool name. Before I do, of course, layout tool. That's why it's not working. Oh, I guess I should look for that. Let's search, find in files. No, not replacing files. Find in files. I'll replace it later if I need to. Editor map. Find. Okay. All right. Layout tool. That. No valid. Layout tool. Scene available. Scene root available. Okay. Okay, let's go to layout tool. Control R with add room to layout tool and replace all. Okay. Let's go ahead and refresh. Editor map ready. Okay, let's just say tool ready. Where's this at? Layout tool. Okay. This is just like I said, I need it. Okay. Refresh. Okay. So let's do the thing. Scene. Reload, save scene. Okay. Click on it. Let's go to test line. Test line. Okay. Let's save that. Nothing happened. Did it not? Caves of Dragon Mount. Scene. Reload, save scene. Map. It is in there. Okay, so because I removed some print statements, okay. All right. Now let's remove the test line. Okay. Make sure that's saved. Save room data. Scene. Reload. Save scene. Click on it. Go to Sky. All right. All right. Let's see if add works. Add does work. Okay. Remove. Does remove work? Yes, remove works. Scene. Reload. Save scene. Awesome. Okay. So now, the question is, what do I do? What do I do next? I'm unsure at this point. I think what I was going to work on is I was going to work on the drawing aspect. And I still have to decide, okay, so I have to decide whether or not, oh, let me check my schedule. No, 2:45. I got till 2:45, right? I got 15 minutes. Okay, good. Okay, so now I have to decide how am I going to handle like overlapping rooms. Originally, I wanted to do this fancy routing and make it look really nice and really useful, and it would be good if when I released it, because the intention here is to build this for myself, but still include it when I upload it to, say, probably itch.io, I guess. That's probably where I'm going to be hosting it, is itch.io. And it'll be when I when I get the game done, when I get the game to a state, actually when I get it to the first state, which means all the pages are done, I haven't done the narrative pass yet. I'm gonna upload it to itch.io, and I'm gonna include this room editor in here, this layout tool, and it needs to be user friendly to a point. It only needs to be as user friendly as I need it to be. It doesn't need to be super user friendly as though I'm gonna sell it, or even that I'm gonna put it in with the game when it's done, because I may or may not put it in there, but I'm not that interested in making it super, like, so user friendly that it's super smooth. And you know, maybe in the long run, if I released it and I found out a bunch of people were actually using it to make game with, because I don't see any reason to use this over, say, like Twine or something. Like I almost should be using Twine myself, but the only reason I'm not is because I want to make the full game, the full end result, all the phases in the same engine that I'm doing this phase in, and I'm planning on taking to the next level kind of thing. This is why I was looking. I was really looking. We're really spending a lot of time trying to figure out what to use. I was looking at the visual novel deals like Rempe. I was looking at the like Adventure Game Studio, which I had at one point I was messing around with. There's Visionaire. There's Adventure Creator for Unity. Is it for Unity? Yeah, it's for Unity. Um, which is what the Big Boss incident is actually created in. Um, and it's I'm sure it's fine. It works for what it does and stuff. Um, if I make this myself, uh, then I know how it works. I know what I can put into it, what I can take out of it. Um, I'll be used to it, and I'll actually be learning along the way of how to construct these kinds of things. So that's why I'm doing it myself, rolling my own. It's not that I need to. If I just wanted to get a game done and I was interested in marketing and selling it, don't get me wrong. I'm not interested in selling it. It's just it's not my focus. My focus is not making a selling game. My focus is making my own game that I want to make, that I've always been wanting to make, that's been wanting to make for a long time, and then vlogging the process of making the game, and that's my focus. My focus is on showing you the process that I take. And really, the only reason that that's useful is not because I'm a great teacher or that I know how to make games, or frankly, I haven't even actually created a real adventure game before, not a full one. I've did little one room dealies a couple times, and I've done a couple little small things, which are they're just little dumb projects. I don't know if you remember Pong Adventure. I did that in Flash. It was all text. Uh, I did it for a lark, and I entered one of the LD Let 'em Dare competitions with something I made in. It was actually made in Unity back in the day, a version of Unity. It was really crappy too, but it was an interesting experience. Um, but I haven't really made like a full fledged deal, so it's not like I'm saying uh, I know how to do this. This is why I'm showing you. I'm showing you so that when you look at it and you kind of go, well, how does this work? What do I do? And you can look at it and go, oh, this is how he did it. Oh, I guess I can do such and such. I can do it the way he did it, or I can, maybe there's some ideas or something, on how you can do it. It's not even really meant to be instructional exactly. It's just the way that I do things, kind of thing, right? Anywho, so the way Twine does it, it actually okay. Let's actually look at Twine here. I get that I'm kind of using up my time. At least what I did is I fixed. I made sure that these worked because it wasn't working. And it's just it's a little dumb stuff. It's because I copied it from the editor map and I didn't change all the references to editor map to layout tool. It's actually a simple fix. But in any case, okay. So let me, like I said, here, let me pull up Twine screenshots. Work in progress screenshot that thread? Sure, why not? Oh, it's only one thread, huh? Only one screenshot. I wonder. I'm not actually signing into Imager. I don't like Imager. They're too woke for me. Twine, I don't know, editor, screenshots. Okay. Twine editor has been documented with screenshots and various. Okay. Well, I can go to the Twine website anyways. Um, what am I looking for? I want to see a screenshot though. I'm not really interested of the editor reference. I don't need the reference because I'm not getting around Twine. Installing, using, viewing stories. No screenshots. I get that it's text, but there should be screenshots of the editor. Hmm. Using your browser. Enter the body of your text passage here. To link to another passage, put 2 square brackets around its name. Okay. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Next page. Nice. Interesting. Okay. Let's call this, oh, I see. Oh. Rename. Start. Okay, we'll call it start. Next page. So let's add 2 choices. First choice and second choice. First choice, second choice. Okay. First choice. Let's go back to the next page. The next page. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. It's showing it as a two-way. I get it. Huh. Interesting. Let's not do that. Let's do first choice first branch. First branch. Okay. Let's go back to first branch. Okay. Let's go back to next page. Okay, see how it's doing it? It's actually going through. Now, of course, the boxes are on top. Okay. Shoot. I've only got a few more minutes in this period before I have to go back. Okay. Uh. Dum 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 dum. Okay. So if you notice, okay, this is how it handles loops or going back. Okay. Otherwise, it just does this, and it kind of depends. So let's take this and let's move it. So an interesting thing here is that at least this version, I've seen an older version used to do it a little bit differently. This just goes from the center. So it actually goes from the center and then shows the direction. That's actually not a bad way to do it. Um, Interesting. This then does this. And then it goes back up. Actually, I kind of like the way this layout works here. Although, I'd have to learn how to draw curves. Maybe Redot/Godot 4.3 can actually do that. But, um, that's kind of okay. I don't actually have to, and it doesn't actually have to do curves. Curves just looks kind of neat. But it does it from the center. Maybe that's how I should do it. So this doesn't have a problem of going like crossing lines. Now, of course, I can do the thing where it does multiple colors, and that would actually help you view it. That's an interesting thought. So basically, it goes to the center is what it does. And actually, in a sense, though, this is not. This is actually not going to the center. It's going from the center here, but it's going to the nearest edge. I guess it's right in the edge. Hmm. Interesting. I have to think about that. That might not be a bad deal. It's like, okay, so like how does it huh. I'd like to kind of know the math behind this, the way this works, though. Um, okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I kind of have already decided it before doing it that ways, possibly, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. As far as okay, as far as where the thing goes, it actually has a thing that rides. I think what it used to do is I think it used to just do the center of the side, the nearest side. Huh. Maybe I can ask Grok later. It's now time for my little break, and then I have to switch now. So, okay. And now I'm going to break for 5 minutes. Let me go to OBS, and let's just do be right back. So I'm just using this little 5-minute dilly to actually to stretch my legs out a little bit, and like I said, it's going to break up the different phases, the different periods. So I'm just stretching, and I haven't turned off the mic just because I don't really strictly need to. I'm just stretching. Actually, I'm doing squats. Ooh. Ooh. Squats. Leaves me kind of dizzy when I do that because I haven't done exercise in ages. Let me go grab my water and see. I'll start back up here at 2:50 my time, 50 after the hour, or 10 till the next hour. We're gonna say it. Okay, I'm back. Let's see, I still have a minute. Oh, let me go do something in that minute. Now I'm back. And let's see. Let me switch back over. Back to desktop. And here I am again. Okay, so this time, so now I am going to spend time. Now this is normally going to be the third period here, but right now this is the fourth one today because of how I did things. Okay, I can close this, and that's fine. And you know, like I said there, I could actually draw a line from center to center when I get to the layout tool drawing. And um, and it just depends on where the root is. Then I'll have a thing of doing different colors. In fact, um, I might change up the colors. Like I might just rotate them on cycle completely so that you don't have like a bunch of red ones like I do because you only had one in there. And just cycle them in general. Um, okay, easy here, easy to use mapping software for free or Linux or web. And let's see, geospatial data bits. Okay. Uh, four games for free. Viewing grid-based maps or tabletop or role-playing. Not require registration. Nothing to download. Tile Edit is a tile editor. Doesn't mean you can't make maps with it, but it's draw.io maybe. Map Forge. Uh, free runs your browser. GM friend. Oh, interesting. Woo 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 woo. That's cool. It's not what I want, but that's cool. Okay. Purple Mountains, Majesty. Okay, that's not really what I want either. Maybe for fantasy maps. Just fantasy maps in general. Dungeon Maker, World Maker. Let's check out World Maker. Let's see how that one works. Oops. Train. I see. Hmm. Interesting. That's not really what I'm looking for either. Fantasy map generator. How about that? Okay, this is a little bit more like it. Interesting. Pale. Light. Watercolor. Clean. Atlas. Interesting. Dark Seas. Cyberpunk. Night. Monochrome. Default. Visibility is on. Huh. Well, trying not to sneeze. Ended up sneezing anyways. Um, Interesting. Let's do some crazy. Oh, interesting. New map. That's kind of cool, anyways. But it is way too complicated. Wow. Leave. Um, Need something a little bit simpler than that. Description. Extra. Adobe Air. That's old. Text mapper. Browser based. Does that mean text mapper? Not there anymore. Free runs in browser. Yieldy map maker. That sounds good. Uh, I see. Well, I'm not sure if I want to do that because. All right. Windows only, subscription based, donation where, runs in fantasy map builder. Hmm. Work behind generator. Let's see what that is. Just real quick. Map maker, free browser based. RPG map editor 2. Roll for fantasy free browser based. Creator. Map creator. Get Hexer. Gem 4. Windows only, Windows. Browser based. That's a hex map. I don't need hex maps. Map forge. Defunct mapping apps. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and go through them, and if there's nothing there, then there's nothing there. Uh, Fully stocked maps using preset tiles and items in the map builder. These are grid and tile level. Fast business can be built square by square. Hmm. Freeform image levels. You define parts of the map to be hidden from view. So any level image which can be revealed in carefully defined sections. I don't really care about revealing anything. That's an interesting way to do it, though. That's cool. Well, start new map. Image. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. That's okay. I don't know. I might have to do the old-fashioned, just draw it. Not that my skills are any good at making maps either. Floor plan generator. Grid-based dungeon. Huh. Interesting. Okay, Dwarven Forge. I don't know what this means. Okay, I don't care about that, whatever. Run in browser. Let's see some here. We'll keep it clean and simple philosophy of mind. Close. I like the buttons and stuff. It makes me think of old games. Pools. Oh, I see. Interesting. Very interesting. Got it. Interesting. Okay, that's cool, actually. Okay. New map. Cancel. That's interesting. Huh. Uh, Examples. What? Okay. Samples. Huh, that's kind of cool though. I mean, this is useful for making games, which is probably what it's made for, but not necessarily what I want it to do. Beach house. Huh, the door isn't locked. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, black and white crypt. Okay. I mean, not that you can do. I could make something. It needs something a little bit more freeform, I think, though. Doodle now. What does that mean? All right. I know I'm not really doing that much here, but I'm just trying to see if there's not a tool out there that I can. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this small. Island coastline. That doesn't do anything, I guess. Global options. Hmm. All right, roll. I don't care. Oh, let's check the background out. Okay. Room tool, shape tool. That's cool. I'm not sure this is what I want either. I don't know. None of these seem simple and or like I don't know. I just want to create like areas for like a fantasy map. It doesn't even need to be super detailed. I just need to be able to know where things go. Now, maybe I should have started this by doing a tile based map because maybe that would be or grid based because that might would have been easier. I know the early Sierra games used basically grid based for screens. Maybe I should do the same thing. Include natural parts for the inner landscape, forest, mountains, hills. All these elements can be dragged around if you enable this feature. We divide the map into section 3 connection points. If you thought 1180 different images was all you were getting, you thought wrong. You can also rotate the pieces, mirror them, change the map size. Saving and loading. Is this downloadable? Uh, right. That's weird. this almost seems like what I would want, but I don't get how to use it, and whoops. Well, I lost that. Okay, that's nothing here. Huh, that's interesting. Hmm, that's interesting too. Okay. So for my game, I'm going to start making a basic map. Would you suggest some free web-based making software? Uh, or suggest a starting point if I'm doing it manually. See what happens. Uh, yeah, okay. Incarnate. Browser-based tool designed for creating fantasy maps, ideal for RPGs. Free version offers a solid set of tools. It actually provides me the link. That's great. Worlds. Cool. And honestly, some of these are for really for finish maps too. I don't really need try the editor. Oh, I have to uh I might do that sometime. Not now, not the second. Uh choose a map and use do the editor. Dungeon and battle maps. Top down, super dungeon interior maps, not universal for large world maps. Okay. I think I looked at this at one point. That's cool. Not really what I want, but it's cool anyways. Leave. And we'll leave that too. Map chart. free web-based tool creating customized regional world maps, geopolitical or historical game settings, real-world regions, or fictional worlds. Lacks detailed fantasy assets. Yeah, that's actually that's really what I want is more of a high level thing. I don't need like detail. I just need something that defines areas in kind of a free form way. That's why I was even thinking about doing just drawing it. Okay, let's see what it's got here. Hmm. Select the map tab, plate, world, continent, or custom. I see. More maps. Okay, actual maps. Fantasy gaming. Okay, I see. Huh. Select the map you want to create from below. I see. World, Europe, United States, France, Australia, Belgium, China. Interesting. Doesn't tell me how to do a like a fantasy or a huh. I can't really do this. Doesn't seem to do what I want. Yes, map, subdivision maps, individual country maps, fantasy maps. Okay, that's not really helping me out. Okay, Agazar's fantasy map generator. I was there. Yeah, I was already there, but yeah. Displayed layers. New map is just new map, isn't it? It just generates a new map. Um, huh. Yeah, that doesn't exactly help either, though. Leave. Scribble maps, free tier available. Draw shapes, lines, and markers. Import data, add text, export. All right, let's look at it for just in case. Hmm. I see. That doesn't really tell me anything, though. Doesn't look like it'd be good for games, anyways. Not me. Forget that. Manually, step by step guide. Define the map's purpose. Consider scale. Key features. Gather materials. Digital tools. GIMP. Krita. Getting shapes. Add major features. Consider game specific element. Dungeon battle map. City map. Um, for RB, quick polish maps for RPGs. Additional tips. Okay, so my game, it's essentially adventure game where it has predefined locations and it is fairly general. Doesn't need to be detailed as it's only for my own purposes at the moment. Map chart doesn't work though. Scribble maps. Scribble maps doesn't work either. Yeah, I can actually. I guess I don't know. Okay, so all right, we're gonna go back through this. No, map chart actually does not. Where's mapchart.net? Go to mapchart.net. Blanket fantasy map template. There is no. Map.net doesn't seem to have a place to select blank. There are fantasy maps. Actually, let's do something here. Let's go to the Game of Thrones one. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones just because I would never watch something like that because of the stuff it has in it. But let's just here, let's go to Elder Scrolls. I've never played Elder Scrolls either. See, this is good. It's like, how do I? Let's see. Free easy to use. Color in editable map. World maps. Click on any country state map to color it. Fill out the legend. Download map. World, Europe, United States. So world, right? World, Europe, United States. Africa, the Americas, Asia. United Kingdom, Canada, France. Election map. Postcodes. Election map. That's still the UK though. Germany, Argentina, Australia, China, Brazil, Belgium, Greece, India, Indonesia, Italy, Netherlands, Poland, Mexico, Japan, Romania, Russia, Oceania, Turkey, the Caribbean. Um, map, I can select my map, I can just create. Not really sure why, but it seems mostly existing world maps. Well, it looks like it's about time for me to be done today, so I didn't get much in the pre-existing templates. Um, hide countries, turn off labels, pre-found locations. Yeah. Oh, incarnate is the one you have to. Worlds. And worlds is what I'd be interested in. I don't need a, like something like super advanced though, as far as that goes. Um, try the editor. I have to sign up to try the editor. I don't mind signing up. It's just um, I kind of don't want to do it on here on stream. Here, let's do something here. Let me do. I'm gonna do it off screen here. Just give me a second. Okay, we're gonna do this off screen here. I mean, might as well try it. Um, Statistics, data to analytics. Data list of third party, verify different types of cookies. Yeah, that's okay. Well, if I gotta use it, I gotta use it, so I'll use it. Okay, let's just go ahead and try it then. Create new map. Choose a style. Fantasy world. Probably fantasy world here. Just fantasy world free. That's cool looking actually. Hmm, neat. Here, that's okay. I just I wanted to see. Neat. Okay. Um. Oh, neat. How do you change this? The that's kind of neat. Minus. Oh, I see. Uh, well, texture. Huh. That's kind of neat, I guess. I have to say. Huh. I don't know. Here, let's just leave. It doesn't matter. It'll um use the editor to reshape terrain, generate random. Yeah, but it does a random. Oh shoot! It's already time for me to go. Uh, Scribble Maps free tier. Scribble Maps didn't work for me either. Yeah. I guess manual creation, just shoot, just drawing something. Uh, just draw it out, I guess. I'll do that later though, because I'm out of time for today. So, uh, I guess I didn't get a whole lot done today, but I got a little bit of stuff done. So I'll do my little recording that I always do, and then I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll start out with the game, then we'll do the layout coding, and then we'll do the map making again. This time starting on manual, and then I'll start doing some thumbnail. Uh, Maybe I'll just do like some quick sketch. Like I'll pull up some castles, and I'll just do some quick sketches or quick like thumbnails or something, or just stuff that I find cool, I guess. Or yeah, that's gonna be the last thing. So maybe tomorrow, maybe the first thing I'll map is the castle. And I don't know how detailed I'll make it. It'll be like an overview, but there's details. There's the mail room that receives all the requests for tickets and the payment and all that stuff. Well, that's not the payment, but anyways, brings in all the mail. We have kind of like an induction or a check-in on the left side, and then um, a train station on the left side and a train station on the right, and that goes down to the surface. And I'll have to think about it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna start my recording now. Today is Monday, July 21st, 2025, and today I decided to change up the format a little bit and do the maybe I should start over. Only 20 seconds in, but I'm already kind of flubbing it. Okay, take two. Um, Today is Monday, July 21st, 2025, and today I've decided to break my streaming sessions into 4 segments with a little 5-minute break in between and a half an hour break in the middle. And I'll be working on 4 different aspects, which is the game itself. In fact, I'll show you what I did on the game today. So we'll start with this. Okay, this, and just really briefly, all I did was add a couple of. I just rearranged some rooms. I added a room. So this is where you get past the guards in the front gate, or where John does, and then this is where uh, John attempts to enter one of the tents, but he can't without a badge. And then here's where I will add the places where John uses one of the 2 methods to gain gain a badge, basically. And then that's all I did in the actual game, not that much. And then For the second one, what I did was project list, the layout tool edition. Um, I simply fixed a few things, so now you can add and remove rooms, and you can save room data, whereas it wasn't working before. Just a simple fix. And then the third thing I did was start to look for a software that a web-based software that I could use to make some basic maps for the world, and I didn't come up with anything, so I'll be doing that manually starting tomorrow. And that's about it. Okay, so that'll be all for today's stream, and join me tomorrow, and we'll actually do this starting proper, and see if I can get a little bit more done tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, whatever, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Yep. Thanks, Rook.